When atoms join together, they form molecules. When carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms join together, they can form organic molecules. Organic molecules are the molecules found in living things. Four major types of organic biomolecules include carbohydrates, DNA, fats, and proteins. These molecules contain the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Some contain nitrogen and phosphorus as well. Let's take a look at the importance of each biomolecule in living things. Simple carbohydrates are sugars, like glucose. And simple sugars can build into large, complex carbohydrates, like starch. So glucose, a simple sugar, is a monomer. And when many glucose molecules join together, they form starch, a polymer. Carbohydrates are energy-rich molecules found in food. We get our carbohydrates from the food we eat, while plants are able to produce their own carbohydrates through photosynthesis. They make glucose. Plants use glucose, a simple sugar, as a source of energy. Is there anything else they can do with the glucose? Well, glucose contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. But plants can also obtain nitrogen from the soil. The atoms of glucose can be rearranged and recombined with nitrogen to form other organic molecules. This is how plants make amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, but let's just represent our amino acid as a small colored circle. There are actually 20 different amino acids from which proteins are built. Amino acids can join together in different ways to make many different proteins with different shapes and different jobs. Some important examples of proteins include enzymes, antibodies, and hormones. We get the amino acids we need to build different proteins from the food that we eat, while plants, like we said, build their own amino acids. Just as the atoms in glucose can be rearranged and recombined to make amino acids, they can also form fat. Fat provides long-term energy and helps to keep organisms warm. We obtain fat from our food, but we can also convert other organic molecules into fat. Fat has a bad reputation, but fats make up the membrane of all cells. If you didn't have fat, you wouldn't have cells. And if you didn't have cells, you wouldn't be living. Which brings us to our last organic biomolecule, DNA. DNA is your hereditary material. It contains all of the genes that you inherited. DNA is the information molecule of all life. Like all organic molecules, DNA is carbon-based. DNA also includes the elements hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. While atoms build molecules and small molecules build bigger molecules, organic molecules are the building blocks of life.